Yes, yes, it's on, Jenkins. I can see the blinking light. What? That means they can hear me. Okay. No need to fiddle. That is fine. Okay, right. Good evening, afternoon, or whatever blighted time zone you lot are basking in. I am Wing Commander Montgomery Fortiscue, OBE and one-time semi-finalist in the 1962 Home Counties Paranormal Duelist Cup. Professor Simon de Bloody Montfort usually handles these briefings with all the academic fluttering and footnotes, but he's currently stuck waist deep in ectoplasm in Walsingham Abbey, so as punishment for surviving the Boer War and outliving 5 colonels and 2 wives, the job falls to me once again. Now, listen carefully. This isn't your usual vampire in a village or haunted bakery situation. No, this one's got claws and wings and a serious grudge against the world. We're dealing with the escape of an entity known as Mothman. The Mothman. The Mothman. I don't know. It's not some knockoff imitation like the tragic flapping bin bag that escaped from Hastings Pier in '92 either. It is the Mothman. The Mothman was originally detained by our dear cousins across the Atlantic. You know the ones, loud ties, louder guns, Porty. The United States Cryptid Containment Division, or the CCD, not to be confused with the disease, though in my humble opinion, both are virulent and poorly managed. That's just a joke, by the way. They're marvellous. They had the Mothman locked away in a facility known as VG-112. That's not a prison name, it's a designation. VG for Vault Guardian. Level 112, maximum lockdown. Think Alcatraz meets Area 51 with a dash of Frankenstein's laboratory. He was secured in a cell, theatre. Steel, silver mesh, runes etched by Navajo witches and blessed by 7 rabbis. It was, as far as anyone knew, escape-proof. Never. Then came December 12th. At precisely 3:07 local time, VG-112 suffered a full internal blackout. No alarms, no backup. 3 guards died within the first 4 minutes, and when I say died, I don't mean neatly. One guard, Private Lansky, I believe, was discovered with his skeleton outside his skin. Yes, inside out. Bones on the outside, like a Halloween suit gone very, very wrong. Another's body was found suspended upside down from the ceiling vent. It seemed like his eyes had been surgically removed and stuffed into his own socks. The third simply vanished. Only his boots remained. The Mothman fled through 17 reinforced doors, none of which were open. They were bypassed, melted, or just simply ignored. As though he walked through reality like it was, I don't know, wet paint. Contrary to tabloid myth, Mothman does not merely predict disaster, he causes it. His presence is linked to the psychological breakdown of civilians, the malfunction of electronic devices, and the spontaneous weeping of statues. If you don't believe me, ask the Vatican. They're still polishing that poor cherub. He's not a moth. He doesn't eat wool. He does not flutter towards the lamps, as far as we know. He is an apex predator, winged humanoid, approximately 7'6" in height, with a wingspan of 12 feet. Jet black, glowing red eyes. A face described as smooth, unreadable, like a plague doctor's mask fashioned from obsidian. You do not make eye contact with it. People who do tend to wake up speaking backwards, if they wake up at all. Since the escape, there have been 4 confirmed human deaths and at least 6 disappearances, possibly more, though some of the locals are rather evasive. You can't trust a man with a raccoon hat and 3 wives named Lacey. Victims 1 and 2 were Sandra and Melissa Gilpatrick, sisters. Drove a black 1967 Chevrolet Impala along Route 119. Dates December 13th. Dashcam footage reveals a winged figure descending rapidly from the tree line. The car veered off the road, rolled, claw marks etched across the bonnet, interior shredded. Both bodies recovered were 30 metres apart, partially eaten, hearts removed, no blood found at the scene, thoroughly drained. Victims 3 and 4, hunters, locals, entered an abandoned chemical plant on a dare or bet, or because, the American education system has failed. Factory is believed to be the Mothman's current lair. They were found in separate rooms, torn open, entrails arranged in symbolic patterns. One of the patterns roughly matched a 14th century demonic summoning glyph. We assume it was a warning. Others are missing. 6 are reported missing. 3 hikers, 1 truck driver, 2 teenage lovers, all in the 20-mile radius around the factory. Mothman has never operated with this level of aggression. Prior to the containment, he was largely a spectral observer, but now he hunts. We suspect an evolutionary adaptation or perhaps a supernatural infection picked up during containment. I don't know. Exposure to other entities can mutate a cryptid's behaviour, I suppose. Like a toddler biting other toddlers at nursery after hearing one swear. It is possible Mothman has developed higher intelligence, telepathic abilities, or some degree of future manipulation. He may be building towards something we don't know. A ritual, a return, a gathering. This is not just a loose creature. This is a supernatural insurgency. You at the back. Stop checking your phone. You have been selected as part of the Operation Nightwing. You will form a 4-person squad composed of 1 psychic tracker, 1 weapons specialist, 1 cryptid behavioralist, and, God's help us, 1 American liaison. Your loadout will include Class Z electromagnetic pulse rifles, you'll bloody need them, UV netting, anti-frequency earplugs, 1 canister of aerosolized silver dust, holy water, don't laugh, it's useful on Tuesdays. You will approach from the east, infiltrate the chemical plant, and if the creature inside, you are to contain, tranquilize, or if necessary, neutralize. That should be the end game if necessary. You are not to attempt communication. You are not to follow it into the air. You are not to make promises or bargains. If it speaks your name, retreat immediately. That's not superstition. That's bloody protocol. Mothman is more than an anomaly. He is an avatar of panic, a breathing omen, a metaphysical contagion. Containment isn't just about public safety anymore. It's about preventing whatever he thinks comes next. Because if this is phase 1, I dread to think what phase 2 might be. Now, this briefing will self-destruct in 10 seconds. No, that's a joke. Calm down. Godspeed, and for the love of all that is good and remotely British, do not pet the cryptid. Fortiscue out. Where is it?